Vulgate Discipuli. Welcome to Latin Online. Bear with me, this is going to be interesting, but we can do it. Today we're going to start chapter 22, and this is a good chapter to start with online because it's about numbers. Today we're going to start with our vocabulary list. I'm going to pronounce it for you just like we normally do. So you're going to need to be on page 165 in your book. Follow along as I pronounce the words. One of your first assignments is to do a vocabulary list just like we normally do for chapter 22. Epistula, epistulae. Factum, facti. Lex, legis. Libertus, liberti. Literae, literarum. Oratio, orationis. Discedo, discedere, discessi, discessu. Emo, emere, emi, emptum. Milito, militare, militavi, militatum. Obtrunco, obtruncare, obtruncavi, obtruncatum. Cardinalis, cardinale. Duo, duae, duo. Trace, tria. And ante. That's your vocabulary list for chapter 22. And again, one of the first things you need to do is go ahead and make a list of those words. Remember to write all the Latin forms, the gender on the nouns, and don't abbreviate unless the book does. If you have any questions about that, please just let me know. Chapter 22, again, is going to be about numbers. Each class day, you're going to have a 10-ish minute video lesson to watch, and then you're going to have an assignment to complete afterwards. I would highly suggest watching the video first because that's going to help you with your assignment. At the end of the chapter, in a couple of weeks, you're going to have a quiz. It'll be on RunWeb, and it will be open book, so you'll be able to use your book for that quiz. The other assignment that starts today, but you have a lot of time to do it, is a Vulgate assignment. It won't take you long. What you're going to do is read your Psalm chapter 2 in English, and then I have attached Psalm 2 in Latin in the Vulgate on RunWeb. What you're going to do is you're going to find 3 words that you can figure out the meaning for and just post those. And I'll give you instructions for that on the Vulgate assignment. So for chapter 22, what this covers is Roman numerals and then what we call cardinal numbers. And that's going to include a declension of the word duo, which is 2, and trace, which is 3. Today, what we're going to cover is actually going to be on page 252 of your book. So what I want you to do is find that chart first. It's numbers, and it says chapter 22 in parentheses. It should be on page 252 and then goes on to page 253. You're going to be using this chart a lot. I'm not sure why they put it in the back. It should probably be in the chapter, but that's where it is. So on page 252, they give you 3 columns of numbers. The first one is just the Roman numeral. The second is the cardinal number. And the third is the ordinal number, which is kind of like what you would think of as place in line. So first, second, third, that sort of thing. We're not going to focus on ordinal numbers this week, so you can kind of ignore that column. But cardinal and numerals, that's what we're going to be working on. On your chapter 22, they give you a list of the Roman numerals just for reference if you need it, if you don't remember what some of the letters mean. And then they give you whatever the equivalent of the cardinal number is next to it on page 252. So today what you're going to be doing is basically just a matching exercise. You're going to have the English number on one side and the cardinal number on another side, and you'll have to match it to the correct one. Hopefully that won't be too difficult. If you need any help or have any questions, always feel free to chat me and we can figure it out together. So for this chapter, you're going to have 4 different assignments. The first one is today, it's the matching. And then each one has, again, a video to go with it. So make sure that you watch that first before you complete the assignment. So on page 252 and 253 is the chart you're going to use for today's assignment. But go back for just a second to chapter 22 because I want to point another little thing out to you that will help. On page 166 in chapter 22, at the top of the page, it says Roman numerals, and then it has a list of all the symbols for Roman numerals. So the I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, and M is 1,000. Underneath that list is exercise 2. You're going to ignore all of those exercises in your book because I've just picked out some things for us to do, and that's on RunWeb. So make sure you do the assignment that's listed on RunWeb and not just go through your book. So Roman numerals, make sure that you've re-familiarized yourself with those and what they mean because that's going to help you for this chapter. Cardinal numbers, if you look at the bottom of the page, section 59, cardinal numbers are the primary counting numbers. So what we would think of as 1, 2, 3, 4, the word, not the symbol. So cardinal numbers are the counting numbers, and these numbers are actually treated like adjectives in Latin. So for example, if I said one person, they would treat one as an adjective describing person. And so what they do is actually decline these like adjectives. So underneath you have the declension of duo. It's masculine, feminine, and neuter because it needs to be able to describe any gender of noun that it is describing. So if you had a masculine noun, you would use the masculine column of duo, etc. There's only one section because duo, two is always plural. If you're talking about two of anything, it's automatically going to be plural. At the top of the next page is the declension of trace, which is 3. And same thing there. Those are always going to be plural, which is why you only have one chart. So the declensions of duo and trace are located there. You are going to need to be familiar with them, but you'll be able to use your book on the quiz and all the assignments. So just know where they are and that'll help you out. The rest of the cardinal numbers, so 1, 2, 3, duo and trace, are located in the chapter for you. The rest are what we call indeclinable, which means there's only one form and you can't add different endings to it. So that's actually really helpful. Unus, duo, and trace are the only ones that can be declined. So for your first assignment today, again, you're going to just have a matching assignment. You're going to do the English on the left and then the Latin cardinal numbers on the right. Again, that's on page 252 for you to look at and reference. And again, if you need anything at all, please just let me know. Don't forget about your vocab list and your Vulgate, and I will see you for your next video lesson. Valete discipuli.